Welcome back. Today we are going to the beach, not just any beach, but we're going to go to Virginia Beach. We're going to take a look at everything that Virginia Beach has to offer so that if you ever decide to go, you'll know exactly what's in store. And while we're there, we're going to take a look at everything to include the boardwalk, all your food options. There is a biking lane. We're going to take a look at the beach, the sand quality, as well as the water quality. Also, there is a pier. We're going to go on that. And there are hotels all along the beach. So we're going to take a look at hotel accommodations. So we're going to look at everything. We're going to get started by driving there. When it comes to Virginia Beach, it's a little bit different than, say, if you were to go to Ocean City. There is a main strip along Virginia Beach, and that's going to have all your food establishments and all your gift shops and all that kind of stuff. If you're actually on the boardwalk, all these shops are not going to be available to you. They're going to be mostly hotels. Most people who come drive from neighboring areas, and parking is usually not a problem. You can park all day for as little as $20. Once you find a parking space, the most difficult thing you're going to have to do is to cross the roadway. And you can find most parking spaces directly across the street from the beach, so there's not going to be too much of a walk. If you want to rent a beach umbrella or chair, we're going to talk about that. There are rental options available, but most people who come to the beach bring that stuff with them. But just remember, everything you bring, you literally have to carry to the beach. It may not be a long walk, but when you go through the sand and it's hot and it's sunny and you want to get to the beach, you don't want to be making multiple trips. So if you have a wagon or some type of device that can help make this easier, definitely bring it with you. Now let's talk about the beach quality itself. The sand, as you can see, looks a little bit orange, almost orange brownish. And no matter what time of year you come here, the water is going to be cool. Most of the time, it's going to be a little rough. It's not calm. You're going to have some waves that are going to be happening. But as you can see, kids and adults alike enjoy the beach and don't have any problems going into the water. Now, as far as who you'll see at the beach, it's going to be a mix of people that reflect the surrounding area from all races, cultures, and background. For the most part, people come here for either a day or a week just to enjoy the beach for a short period of time or to make it their summer vacation spot. With the exception of lugging all that stuff from your car through the hot sand, the most difficult thing that you're going to do on the beach is to set up your shelter. And most people don't have a problem doing that. But as you can see, that's not everybody. As you walk along the beach, you will see a variety of different shelters. Most people bring their own, but there are, umbrellas, chairs, as well as clamshells that you can rent. But again, most people bring their own. Now, just to give you a little bit of perspective as far as how full the beach is, we are here on a Saturday in the middle of the summer. So as you look around, this is about as full as the beach gets. It doesn't get any worse than this. And as I mentioned earlier before, if you want to rent that umbrella or beach chair or clamshell, you can rent them for anywhere from $10 to $50. Now, as far as what there is to do in the beach, there are tons of things to do. As you can see, this fella here is trying to fly a kite, but I saw people who were playing in the sand. There was a beach volleyball game. There were several people who were playing soccer, folks that were throwing balls around. But the number one thing that people did was they played in the water, and they also laid out in the sun. The beach stretches for 3 miles from 2nd Street all the way to 42nd Street. And as you can see, all the streets are numbered where you enter the beach area. Now, right now, we are on the boardwalk, and as you can see, it's made out of concrete, and it is pretty wide. You see a lot of people who are going to be walking along the boardwalk playing games, and there is a bike lane right next to the boardwalk, and we're going to head there in a little bit and show you what that looks like. There are no indoor shower facilities, but there are plenty of outdoor showers, so you can wash that salt water off your body before driving home. Prior to coming here and doing this video, I did some research on Virginia Beach, and here's what I found out. Virginia Beach has the Guinness World Record for the longest pleasure beach in the entire world. And it has a coastline that stretches, get this, 35 miles. The boardwalk I'm standing on right now is affectionately known as America's favorite boardwalk. And get this, it was built back in 1888. That's over 100 years ago. Now, it's withstood a lot of storms and it has been rebuilt, but just to say, Virginia Beach has been around a long time. Virginia Beach does have a pier. It's a pretty nice pier. When I was there, I saw a lot of people having a lot of luck fishing and crabbing. Now, if you want to just walk on the pier and enjoy it, it's going to cost you $4. However, if you want to go fishing and crabbing, it's going to cost you $13. If you don't have any gear, there's a shop there that sells gear. Or if you just want to sit down and enjoy a meal on the pier, there's a restaurant there too as well. I ate there and the food there tastes pretty good. If you don't want to pay money to be on the pier, at the very end of the boardwalk, there's a place that you can go fishing for absolutely free. However, in my opinion, the folks on the pier had the most luck. I saw lots of people who were catching lots of fish while I was there. One guy was there all day. He pretty much almost had a cooler full of fish and crab. While we look at these fish on the pier, it's a great time for me to tell you about my channel. I specialize in fun and interesting things for people to do, not just in the DC metropolitan area, but all throughout the United States. So if you're looking for great ideas about how to spend your time and your vacation, please see my channel. And if you like this content, to help others find it, please hit the like and subscribe button. That will help my channel get broadcast to so many more viewers. And I so appreciate your support. Now, the good news, if you are out of town or even if you're a Virginia resident, you don't need a fishing license to be on the pier and catch fish. Some of the fish you're likely going to find is going to be kingfish, spot, croakers, there's Spanish mackerel, bluefish, sharks, and red drum. There are lots of ways to get around Virginia Beach Pier, which stretches a big whopping 3 miles. Most people walk, but if you want to get a more fun way of transportation, you can rent a bike, and that's going to set you back between $12 and say $15. You can rent a beach cruiser or a geared bike. The geared bikes cost a little bit more, but I think it's a great fun way to get around, and you get a chance to see the entire boardwalk. Also, there is a completely separate lane, what you're looking at right now, for bikes. So if you're walking on the boardwalk, you don't have to worry about dodging bikes coming your way or looking out for them. The boardwalk is just for people who are walking, and there's a whole entire separate bike lane that stretches the entire length of the boardwalk. Now, the bike rental prices I mentioned are per hour. If you want to rent a bike for the entire day, you're looking at between $40 and say $70. If you have mobility challenge, the great thing about the boardwalk is that it is handicap and wheelchair accessible. You'll also see a lot of people doing exercising and running, also using a variety of mobility devices in order to get from point A to point B. The next segment, I'm going to talk about something that I don't particularly like about Virginia Beach, and it's the food options that are available to you. I, for one, like finger convenience type food. We're talking like French fries, ice cream, funnel cake, things like that you would expect at a beach. However, although there are restaurant options available along the beach, there are more formal dining establishments that you're looking at right here. You have to actually go in, sit down, make an order, have a waitress, things like that. Where I'm looking for convenience foods I can just grab and go that are just, high in fat and calories and, all the bad stuff. And there's not hardly any place for that. There are some, that are around, but there's not a great deal. If you are familiar with Ocean City, which is not too far away, you'll find plenty of those type of establishments on the beach itself. But for Virginia Beach, you're going to find a lot of hotels that line the entire beach, but not a lot of convenience foods. Now, I added this segment because I thought it was funny. This guy has been trying to fly the kite all day. Second attempt, another failure. Now let's switch gears and talk about the various things that you can do while on or at Virginia Beach. And the number one thing, the main attraction for Virginia Beach is going to be King Neptune. The statue of Neptune with the big fork is where you want to go and take that iconic photograph. Whenever you see it, you know that person is at Virginia Beach. So you want to make your way down to Neptune in order to get that iconic photograph. This bronze statue is larger than it looks, and it stands 34 feet tall. For those of you who like to stay in shape, there is a fitness park. And the greatest thing about this park, it's absolutely free. And it was pretty full when I was there in the evenings and in the mornings. In the daytime, it kind of lightens up a little bit, but it's a nice park. And the greatest thing and best thing, in my opinion, is that it's absolutely free. Now, I've been to beach towns all across the United States, and I thought this was a bit unusual. This is the Law Enforcement Memorial, dedication to the Virginia Beach Police Department, which has over 1,000 police officers and civilians. So I thought this was an interesting touch. I've never been to a beach environment and seen something like this before. However, keep in mind that this is a beach town. Without Virginia Beach, really the whole entire economy of the area does not exist. The beach is the economy. So that they would use this platform to highlight some of their public service workers was, I guess, understandable. Now, depending on the time of year that you go there, there is a ton of entertainment, street performers that you can find at Virginia Beach, whether they're doing a magic show or doing a musical tribute or some type of athletic feats of strength. You're going to find a lot of street performer type entertainment while you're there. So while you're walking to and from the beach, make sure you look for that. Right now, we're at the Surf and Rescue Museum, and it's not a huge museum, but it is something for you to do, especially if you're there for an entire week. After you go to the beach over and over again, it's going to get kind of boring. However, they have this here for you, and the best thing about the Surf Museum is that it is free. It has some things that date back, so you have some historical things. It's also a shop, so you can buy things too as well. But it's a great history lesson, something for you to take a break out of and just come by and take a look at what's there. Because if you like the beach, you like historical stuff, it's a great break from the beach while still enjoying the beach. If you have young kids, your good news is that there are 2 free play parks that have different apparatus on there that kids can enjoy that, taking a break again from the beach and just enjoying a variety of activities at the beach, and again, for absolutely free. Now, despite what you see in this video, it is a windy beach. There were lots of people who were flying kites, but for whatever reason, this fella tried all day and was never able to get his kite in the air. Lots of people go to the beach for the beach, while other people go to the beach to watch people who go to the beach. And if for whatever reason you don't want to get into the water, or you just like to people watch, there are seats all along the boardwalk, and I see people utilize them, especially during the mornings and evenings, to see either the sunrise or sunset, or just enjoy the beach goers and just to look out and see the world go by. Now, Virginia Beach recently changed its slogan to Live the Life. And if you've ever been here, I think it's an appropriate slogan. So please, if you've ever been here, let me know what you think. Just leave a comment in the comment section. Now, for you dog and pet lovers, dogs are welcomed. If you are on the beach, they don't need a leash, but if you are on the boardwalk, you have to have them leashed. Now, overall, to answer that $1 million question, is it worth your time and money? Well, I think the parking is relatively inexpensive. The food, I think, is a little spread out. I wish it had more comfort foods. The beach, I think, was wonderful. The water, however, may be too cold for some. However, overall, I think it's a great beach environment, great for kids and families. I was skeptical when I first came to Virginia Beach. However, after being here for several times, I really feel that it is the right mix for kids and family. A wonderful bet. Definitely worth the time and money.